Alright, loves. Pick a stone for your reading. This is number 1. This is number 2. And this is number 3. And we'll talk about each one. And I'll look into your stone. So, first off, number 1, let's tell you about your stone. Lepidolite. Lepidolite is a stone of transition and change. Its strong vibrations quickly activate the heart chakra and the third eye. It can help you transition away from your sadness and lift you up with its strong celestial energy. Also, put under your pillow. It can help with insomnia. I do this. It definitely helps me. I highly recommend it. Love lepidolite. I keep this actual one under my pillow. So let's look into your stone. You feel different from others. I'm seeing a turtle. You're very protected by the divine, and the Chinese believe it to be very prosperous, I believe. So people could see you as very lucky, very prosperous. I'm getting angel wings. You could relate to being like an reincarnated angel or an earth angel. You're meant to shine and sparkle. I'm seeing a heart within a heart. You have a heart that is bigger than most. People recognize this within you. And you've gone through some big challenges in your life. I'm seeing a Brontosaurus right here for some reason. People are very attracted to your neck. They think it's long and graceful. I'm seeing the number 7. You could be seeing 777. I'm seeing the number 5, so 555. Number 7, the number of the divine. 777. I think it's like super lucky. 555 is the number of change. So that is what I'm getting from your stone. Alright. And now for your reading, Astral Dice. This is the first one. I'll have to get out the paper because this is like maybe the 3rd time I've used these. You have 12th house, the number 12, 1 and 2. I'm getting like the number 3, the number of change. I know people reduce the numbers, but I like to add them. Oh, you've got Aries, the ram, fire energy. You could be an Aries. You could have Aries in your 12th house. I think this is Mercury, but I'm not sure. Let me see. We'll find out if I'm right or wrong. I'm curious. Nope, it's completely wrong. It's Mars. But that's okay. I can admit I'm wrong. Mars. Let's see. Mars. Pertaining to ambition, lust, motivation, anger, call to action of the physical body, and devotion. I heard people want to be devoted to you. So you could have recently had like a glow up. I'm also getting some people might fight over you. And then we have Aries. Impulsive, competitive, quick reaction, stubborn, releasing what no longer serves you. You don't care if people fight over you. You don't care what they do. I feel like you just kind of stay in your own lane. If I'm honest, you feel like you have better things to do. And then 12th house represents restriction, incarceration, worries, what holds you back, subconscious thoughts, passive aggressive solutions, falling into unhealthy patterns, addiction, secrecy, mourning, isolation, and solitude. What did I tell you? You like staying in your own lane. Okay. So here's the thing. I'm getting it's like you want new experiences, you want new love, you want to meet new people, but yet you are isolating yourself and doing the same things. So question, How do you think you're gonna meet someone if you try not to meet anybody? How do you think you're gonna get new experiences if you try the same old thing? Do me a favor. One day, every day. Actually, no. Do yourself a favor. Try one new thing every day. Even if you don't want to go out or meet anyone, make a comment on a post. See if someone responds or likes it. And I don't care if you don't care about other people's opinions. If you want to meet people, that's how you do it if you're like a loner. Baby steps. Watch new movies you're not normally interested in to change your perspective. Even if you don't like the movie, you'll be like, maybe I can understand why other people like these sorts of movies. And if you don't, watch like a really popular movie that's out, and that way if you see someone bring it up, you can actually put your input in there, like little things like that. So take baby steps. You can do it. And it's time for transition and change. So you could get this stone, use it for change. If you're not sleeping well, put it under your pillow like I do. I use it to help me with my psychic abilities when I sleep. I've always had nightmares. I found it really helpful, or find it really helpful. I always have this and like a dream catcher. So number 1, this was your reading. These are your messages. Time to change. Change, she is a coming. I don't know why I put that in there. Who knows? All right. Move you over. Number 2, this was your stone. Carnelian. Position the stone near any door in your home and it will invoke protection as well as inviting positive energy into your space. Carnelian is known to stimulate your metabolism and promote healing. This powerful healing power can also cleanse other stones. I kind of feel like you're cleansing yourself and trying to transform, if I'm honest. If you're curious what that looks like. You're a very unique individual with a lot of layers. I'm reading your stone. You feel like the universe has cracked you open to show you new things within yourself you didn't quite see before. I'm seeing a frog. Frogs are lucky. And I feel like you would like to hop from one thing to the next. Carnelian is also a stone of like someone really attractive. You could be really attractive to others. You just have this unique individuality about you. You have ideas people aren't used to. And once you see something in your sights, you just go for it. I'm getting you could have like maybe some significant birthmarks on you. Like me, for example, I have like 1, 2, 3 like little moles in a row. I also have like, where is it? I'll do this thing. BTSV would always be like, it's an elephant, like you put a little trunk in between like the 2 moles or whatever. I feel like you have some significant birthmarks. And I think people actually think they're really cute. Like people could actually want like freckles or like moles, whatever. Some people call them beauty marks, but it's a mole, and if it looks good, it looks good. If it doesn't, get it removed. Like, I don't see what the big deal is. If you're insecure about it, don't be. People think it's cute. I'm seeing a fish. You like to swim solo, if I'm honest, and you know there are always plenty of fish in the sea. I feel like you move on quickly. I'm seeing the letter Y. I feel like you're questioning a lot of things. I'm also seeing like a tuning fork. I feel like a lot of people like your vibration, like your voice. You could like winter and the snow, fire pits. People could view you as someone very optimistic and smiley, but I feel like on the inside, you kind of do that when you're uncomfortable. So that is what I got from your stone. Now let's see what your runes say. First we'll shake them up. It's loud, like me. Let's get like 4. All right, perfect. Exactly 4. Okay. So, things that are on point for you and that are currently happening. You have intuition, and you have journey. What you don't see is joy. You have something that's going to make you really happy coming in. And then something else you don't see, challenge. But honestly, I think that for you, what I'm getting with this is people don't see the challenges that you've had to go through. They think things come easily to you, but it doesn't. Like, you keep a smile through every challenge. You don't show your true smile. You don't show your true challenges that you go through. You don't really tell people, yeah, I live based off my intuition and it's never steered me wrong. What I'm really getting, and I feel like you could be on the twin flame journey, mirroring energy is what I'm getting from this. It's very interesting these two were turned over. So I think you and your twin flame are in separation. Honestly, I feel like it's been a really challenging relationship. I feel like maybe for you, like, you're just like, why can't this person get their shit together? But what you don't see is this person's actually right now working on trying to come into union with you. That's a message for those of you who resonate with that. If you don't, I'm just delivering the messages. And you could have some messages in number 3, considering that's been there the whole time. I haven't hit it, and I don't believe in coincidence. I feel like you feel this person coming back into your life or back into your journey, or maybe they've tried to reach out energetically or telepathically. For my twin flame journey, I actually have 2. I have 2 twin flames, and they're both really similar. And they were both really crappy to me, and that's the most that I'll say. It's okay not to be with your twin flame, because some twin flames are kind of abusive. And you can be as healing as you want, but if they don't try to heal you back, that's not your problem. If you don't want anything to do with this person, don't worry. You are protected. If you feel the need to put extra protection, go for it. But they both, I feel like you're both really attracted to each other. It's kind of hard to stay away from twin flames. It's really magnetic. But, basically I was told I have to because my light is so powerful and my dark is so powerful. I actually work with, like, demons and angels. Actually, when I was 12, I was suffocated by, like, a demon in my sleep, and it stayed with me ever since. And I'm also, like, surrounded by angels. Like, I'm highly connected to both realms, and because I have so much of all that, I have 2, and they're actually pretty alike. And for me personally, I kind of honestly feel like they love each other more than they could ever love me, or at least that's how they treated me. And I don't know, maybe you resonate with that. Maybe you feel like this person loves themselves more than they could ever love you, and that's not true. Like, your twin flame feels exactly what you feel. It's just how they react is based on how they grew up. How I grew up was I was taught not to show my emotions, this, that, and the other. Only I broke through that cycle. It's not their fault if they can't break through their own cycles. And we shouldn't judge them or feel hurt by it. I used to take it personally when they would hurt me, but after like a year and like a whole lot of inner work, it's like, why do I even care what they do or that they exist? I've learned how to block them mentally. We have never met, so that's in my favor. Otherwise, I probably would have gotten a lot more trouble. Like, I'm very highly protected, so I haven't had some of the issues other people have had. So, if you're frustrated by this person not meeting you, etc., you're just being protected. It's protection, not rejection. You're being asked to face challenges with joy instead of sorrow. And to just keep going with what's best for you and not what you think is best. And don't worry about being morally correct, okay? What matters is what makes you feel good in your values. And even if, like, other people don't match that, even if they don't believe in the same things you do, that doesn't make what you believe in wrong, okay? As long as you aren't out there purposely hurting other people, etc., and, it only affects you, there's no reason to feel judged. And if you ever need someone to talk to you about your journey, you can email me at magigoddesstarot@gmail.com. I'll be more than happy to help you. If you're in the twin flame journey, it's really hard because there's telepathy and you can feel their emotions, and it's hard to sometimes figure out if they're yours or not, and it's really hard to set boundaries in your mind and block them, especially if yours. I got pretty lucky actually. Like, one of mine was always like all up on me, this, that, and the other, super abusive. And then the other one, they pretended to be like really nice and healing, but they turned out to be just as abusive. And then what's even weirder is like they know each other, and yeah, they love each other very much. They like hold hands, all this, that, and the other. They're both masculines. So if you just have the one twin flame, be grateful. Now, don't get me wrong, I've had like other telepathic soulmate connections, but just because you're connected spiritually, it doesn't mean that it's your forever person. And just because you can't block them now, it doesn't mean you can't block them ever. And just know, if you want to say no, you can. Like, just because they're your soulmate, there are other soulmates. Like, just because they treat you like crap, it doesn't mean you have to take that. And I feel like some people needed to hear that message. And I really don't care if other people don't believe me, if I have to or not, or my journey or whatever, because it's my life and it's my journey. And if that affects you negatively, you need to ask yourself, why am I so concerned with this other girl's life, or the fact that I think she's delusional or whatever. And that's my problem, not yours. For anyone who has one, if you have a problem with me, you can fix it yourself. That's called inner work. Sorry, had to put that out there, because some people just get triggered and just take it out on other people. You need to realize the only reason you're hurting someone is you're hurt and you don't know how to heal, so you just want to hurt others so they feel the pain just like you. And anyone who's ever negative or comments negatively, I just delete it, because you don't have to be in my universe. You don't have to be in my existence if I don't want you to. It's my energy, my life, and everyone should know that. If you don't want negativity, say, oh, no, I don't accept that. You can keep that. You can keep that all to yourself, and you can wallow in it. Me, I'm just gonna have hope and faith and be happy. Like, honestly, I've been through so much in my life. There's nothing anyone could say or do. Like, I've had people try to murder me. I've been abused. I've been raped. Like, I've been homeless. I've been so many things. So, names, words, actions, remember, it can't get to you unless you let it. And this is from someone who like has PTSD and is constantly triggered, and I can control myself just fine. There are people without PTSD, without depression, without anxiety all the time, and for whatever reason, they're still mad at the world. They're not grateful for their health. So just remember, when you don't feel good, it's okay not to feel good. And if people ever want to make you feel more not good, just say to yourself, I don't need this in my life and I don't have to accept it, and I refuse to. And that's really all I have for you. Number 2. Sorry to ramble like that, just for someone who needed someone to relate to. And my peeps told me just go for it. So I did. Lots of fun. This was your reading number 2. These are your messages. Just live your life and don't worry about anybody else, because it's your life to live. If you want to be goofy, if you want to be silly, do whatever you want. You only get the one life, and I remember my past lives still don't make a difference in this life. It's a past life. Like, yeah, I remember lessons, whatever, but we go through all new lessons each life, you know? New life, new cycle, all that good stuff. I'll leave it there. Number 2. Number 3. This was your stone. Tiger's Eye. Place this powerful stone on the third eye during meditation. The high vibrations from the earth and the sun enhances psychic abilities. This has been carried as a protective amulet for centuries. It brings courage and energizes the spirit and balances the chakras. Love Tiger's Eye. It is one of my favorite stones. It's meant for mental and physical protection. I always have these in Tiger's Eye, and amethyst for psychic clarity. Oh yeah. Now to read your stone. I feel like you're kind of angry at the world, if I'm honest. I feel like you like to eat people up and spit them out. Or at least that's what you're doing now. You're very goal-oriented. You could be a sex addict also, is what I'm getting. Once you see your target, you go after it. You go in for the kill. You've recently had some cracks in your foundation. Some things happened. Some people tore you apart. It really made you question yourself. You still have scars from your past lives that you're still trying to heal now, whether you are aware of it or not. I get that you have like RBF, resting bitch face, whether you're male, female, whatever. I feel like you kind of feel like your hole is bottomless, but your heart, your inside, your soul is a bottomless pit, but you're wrong. You actually have a little baby heart. It's just you hide it. You hide it so deeply. You hide it so well because it's just been stomped on so much. You've been torn apart from loved ones. I feel like maybe you never really met your parents. Maybe you don't have any real family. I'm seeing a snake, like people have sabotaged you a lot. I'm getting like bear energy, like you try to make yourself bigger around other people to make yourself feel like you don't feel small, but no matter what you do, you feel small. And I'm getting like a fingerprint. You're a unique individual and you want to leave your fingerprint like everywhere you go. Like you want people to remember who you are and like not to mess with you. I'm getting you are a smoker or you have certain addictions you do to make you feel better. You have really dark energy. Honestly, I feel like you're in Dark Night of the Soul where you're facing all your demons head on. I just gotta say, good for you for making it as far as Dark Night of the Soul. And I hope you make it out to the other side, because some people don't. Some people either get a lot darker, they get worse, or they just kind of stay stuck. I went through dark night of the soul, and I actually was like really suicidal a lot, and I actually would self-harm a lot. And a long time ago, I used to be really addicted to like pills and stuff, and I would overdose a lot. And I actually would get in relationships where people would like purposely supply me drugs and stuff. I can honestly say now, I'm sober and I'm happy. And I actually don't want to kill myself anymore. So if I can do it, you can too. And when I say I wanted to kill myself, I mean like my whole life I tried to kill myself. Like as a kid, as a teen, as an adult. I didn't quit till like maybe my late 20s, in all honesty. So if I can make it through all of that, plus, mental, physical abuse, all that good stuff, PTSD, severe anxiety, depression. I've been diagnosed with severe depression, severe anxiety, PTSD, ADHD, and I don't take medication, and I'm okay. And there was a time where I had panic attacks, and one was so bad I went to the ER. Like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Okay, you just have to really effing want it. But once you come out the other side, you feel unstoppable and no one can touch you. In fact, people can be nasty to you, so nasty, they try to break you. They can't touch you because you've already broken yourself to the point of no return. You remember losing your mind. You remember what it was like to leave scars on. I have scars on my arms, on my thighs, from like when I used to self-harm and stuff like that. And I don't cover it up. And I'll tell you why. Every time I look at them, I don't feel bad. I say, oh my God, I survived that. And I only have one parent that I have anything to do with. And that parent every so often will bring up, I still don't understand why you would do that, this, that, and the other. And I'll just look at her and say, maybe you don't understand because you've never been that low. Maybe you're not as emotional. Maybe you're mentally stronger than me. Whatever the reason. Don't ask me why, because you don't really want to know that kind of pain. You feel like nobody knows your pain. And no one will ever know your pain. And don't ever compare your pain to anybody else's. I'm not trying to compare my pain to yours. I'm just saying we all go through pain, but don't let that pain stop you. Let it empower you. Use that rage to be better, to do better, to go harder, to show people, you know what? I chewed myself up and I spit myself out. And I rebuilt myself from the ground up. I didn't ask for help. Because guess what? I'm a survivor. And at the end of the day, I put myself there mentally and physically, and I will be damned if I can't pull myself out. People will never understand why they can't break me. I broke myself harder than anybody else. And honestly, I am telling you all this because I feel like you're kind of the same way. And some people don't like to talk about themselves or blah, 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 whatever. Honestly, you could ask me anything and I would answer, honestly, because if you're like me, you just want to know the truth about anything. You don't care if you get triggered. You don't care if it makes you feel a certain way. Like, you just want to conquer everything, Or maybe that's the Aries in me, I don't know. But it's funny, actually, because, my main sign is Pisces, but I have, 3 placements of Aries, so my mental is, all crazy. The Aries part of me will be like, I'm gonna go get them. I'm gonna tear them apart. And then the Pisces side of me will be like, why would you do that? That's so mean. They have feelings. Imagine having a mental like that. It's it was really hard for a really long time, but to be like so extreme, to be such an emotional creature and to like fight yourself. But once you like figure out how to like make all those bits and pieces inside and outside to like work together, nothing can freaking stop you but you. It's just, do I want to conquer this today? No? Okay, then I won't. Do I want to conquer this today? Yeah? Well, let me try and rise above and beyond that. And even if I don't, you know what? I freaking tried. Kudos to me. Kudos to you, number 3, for trying. Like, really. You can do it. I know you can do it. Now, for your reading. Sorry if, like, that was kind of long, but I don't care. Fire. Okay. I feel like you want to burn it all down. Time. Burning through time. I feel like you feel like time is wasting. Apple. I almost get a sense like you don't have the time to be healthy and you just kind of burn yourself out. You got an abacus. You have a counting issue. I wouldn't be surprised if you look at the clock a lot, like you're gonna miss something. I'm like that, but only because like as a kid I was put under a lot of stress. So you could be someone who was forced into like being an adult when you're a child, like that happened to me. For example, my other parent that I have nothing to do with, like if they didn't feel like feeding me and like my sibling, they would just send us to bed literally the whole day and we wouldn't get to eat. I remember like learning, like watching my parent make eggs so I could figure out how to make eggs to like feed my sibling. And what's really messed up is as a kid, like I was super rich and then I was like super poor and then I went from that to like not living anywhere and then I just kind of like ended up in an abusive relationship and lived there and that's yeah. But anyway, you could have been someone who was put in a lot of pressure and it's like still affecting you now and you're not really knowing why almost. Like you were taught to be unhealthy, star. I'm getting like you could be like a starseed or a celestial being. Like you don't feel comfortable here on earth. You feel weird no matter what you do. Even if you do the exact same things as everyone else, you don't feel like you fit in because you don't. You're not from here. Me neither. Like I don't really relate to like any other human because I know there's no other human like me. I'm just me. And I'm cool with that. And you should be too. You should be proud of yourself for being so weird. Like, who wants to be normal? That's boring. If everyone was the same, it'd be like the Truman Show until everyone woke up. You know, everyone's watching you on TV, that kind of thing. Pyramids. I'm getting, you could have connections to ancient Egypt. You could have a strange fascination. More than likely, you're like me and you have like past lives from Egypt. What you could do is like past life regression meditation or like hypnosis. Like they have that on YouTube. Like you could do stuff like that to kind of tap into your mental. And if you like don't remember it, what you could do is do it on your computer, record yourself on your phone and see what happens. You don't have to go to a professional. Like I've done it. It's super easy. You should try it. Flower, you're just waiting to bloom and blossom. Look, flowers don't just grow, okay? You gotta stick them in the dirt. Gotta put seeds in it. Some people put soil in there, but you gotta water it every day, right? Look, that's how you gotta treat yourself. If you want yourself to do better, you gotta give yourself things that you think will help you to be better, right? Like, if you feel like you have no energy, change your diet and see if it helps. I went from taking like no vitamins to I take like 7. I figured out that I'm kind of anemic recently, and if I don't take certain vitamins, my health kind of fails and I get dizzy and I kind of feel like I want to pass out all the time. And I didn't go to a doctor for that. I just kind of got like a download from the universe and like a vision in my brain, and they're like, it was weird. It was a dream where a doctor was like, hey, you're anemic, blah, blah, blah. And I like researched it and all my symptoms matched. And I was like, this is so crazy. So I started taking like iron and B12, which I'm not saying you could be anemic, but I'm saying your problem might be a lot easier to fix than you realize. It's just you never had any help. So you don't know where to start, right? Well, start from the basics. You could do cognitive behavioral therapy, like I've done, where every day, in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening, somewhere on a sheet of paper or in your phone, whatever, on a scale of 1 to 10 in the morning, write down how you feel. 1 being I'm fucking miserable to 10 to I'm fucking fantastic, which it's very rarely a 10, but if it's your day off and no one bothers you and you like being a little hermit like me and you literally have nothing to do and you can sleep for like, I don't know, half an hour before life happens, you're just like, oh. That's just me though. Cane, you could feel like disabled in life. You're not disabled unless you choose to be. And even if you walk with a cane, pimp walk with that cane. Work that cane, honey. Like, I've seen people walk with a cane and they look good. Okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay. And your last one, magnifying glass. Honestly, I kind of feel maybe you think, like, I feel like you, with the magnifying glass, you really try to look at things really closely, but I feel like you feel disabled. Like, I still don't get it. I still don't understand. Why do you think that you're meant to understand everything? If you understood everything, if you knew everything, life wouldn't be fun. There wouldn't be any surprises. Like, let's say you knew it was going to be sunny every day. It'd be like, oh, it's always hot. I wish it would rain sometimes. See, I love the rain, but I love the sun. Some days I just want it to rain and I just want it to be rainy because it's relaxing for me. Although, low-key, I'm scared of thunder, so it's kind of like a win-lose situation. But it's cool because I live with a dog who has the same problem, so, like, we have our problem together and it's cute. You could think about, like, if you're not allergic to animals, you could get one if you're responsible enough and you're willing to feed it every day. Because I know people, I actually knew someone who got a puppy and they lived in a house with no AC. They would lock that puppy in a cage in like 94-degree heat and they would leave all day. They wouldn't feed it. They wouldn't give it water. I don't care if they were 16 or whatever. Who doesn't have a brain cell enough to say, hey, this puppy has fur. Hey, it's a living thing. It might need food and water. So I took it from them. And that puppy kind of had like some health issues and they were a little woo woo. But I love the shit out of that dog. Even until I watched it die. And yeah, you heard right. I watched it die. Not on purpose. It was kind of a really messed up incident. But we won't dwell anymore on that. But anyway, just because something's wrong with you doesn't mean you can't be loved. Just because you don't get yourself or you don't get everything around you, it doesn't mean you have to have it figured out. If you need somebody to talk to about the craziness of life or to help you out of like suicidal thoughts or dark night of the soul, whatever, feel free to email me at magigoddesstarot@gmail.com. And if you don't know how to spell that, just comment, hey, can I get your email? For all anybody knows, you just want a personal reading. I mean, you could want someone's email for any reason if you don't want to say why. A lot of people are very private. I used to be a really private person. And I'm still a private person to an extent. If you ask me something, I'll answer it straight out. I don't care what people think about me. I pretty much only answer things when people ask me, because honestly, most people don't really care about hearing what it is that you say. Most people, not all humans are the same, you know? It took me a long time to figure that out. I've actually met some really freaking cool humans who are really nice. Most of them, though, they just think what they want to think. They feel what they want to feel, regardless of whether or not it's true. And we all do that. So maybe you're telling yourself the wrong truth this whole time and you need a new one, you know? How about this? Every day, write down what kind of life you want. And every day, write one small step you can do towards that happening, whether it be like, I wish I could be more in control of my emotions. Okay, when you're freaking the hell out, take a deep breath in. I don't care how crazy you look, and breathe out. I don't care how crazy you look, just do it. And don't care if people stare at you, okay? Because people are gonna look. Might as well give them a reason, right? It's better than them watching you like go off on them, be like, get the fuck out of my face, blah blah blah. I used to be like that, and now people can do whatever they want, and I just kind of look at them like, that's the best you got. Okay, did that make you feel better? Because I'm just kind of like, I don't get it. I went from someone who would go from 0 to literally 1 freaking 100. Now, don't get me wrong. If someone's really nasty, I'll literally be like, what's your problem? Give it. Cough it up. I'm not having it. And you might be like that, and that's cool. But learn the time and place. And sorry if I triggered you or made you spaz, but just so you know, even the softest, quietest ones are like that. It's just, how tamed is your demon, really? And you kind of seem like the person who like enjoys the demon within, but you know, it's got to come out and play sometimes too, right? Yeah, you can't just hide that away. That's a part of you. And don't be ashamed. Some of us think it's really freaking cool that you have all that fire in you, that you are this crazy freaking bear, okay? And we can be bears together, but we know the time and place. And that's all you gotta learn. Taking care of yourself and, you know, just kind of like knowing when to go insane and when to kind of like chill for a bit. And some people don't get that because they ain't got that in them. But that's not our problem, is it? No. It's not our problem if people have lives where they're coddled or put in a bubble. I had the complete opposite. And a lot of people meet me and they're like, oh, you look pretty. Oh, you have great manners. I bet you grew up really well and that you're really privileged. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. There were times where I considered putting myself in an insane asylum, but I didn't. I did get actual like trauma therapy. I tried all kinds of psychiatrists. The worst one I ever went to, it was the very first day going in. And this jerk had the audacity to look at me and say, so what's wrong with you? And I was like, I don't know. I think if I knew that, I wouldn't be here paying you money. And I left. And I will never forget that as long as I live. And thankfully, he's not even in practice anymore, but who does that? Who knows? But yeah, if you ever need help, I don't judge. I just kind of conversate. And, you know, you can get as angry as you want, and I'll just kind of sit there and be like, you done now? You good? You want to let out a little more? If you need someone to vent on, I don't mind. And I also don't mind pointing out your mistakes. Well, when you vented here, you forgot to mention this. Like, I've done that to people. People will be like, you talk too much. And I'll be like, well, you also forgot to mention that my voice is really high pitched and I do this weird thing with my mouth where it goes to the side and I don't look my age. I actually look like a small child. Like, I'll give them a list and they'll look at me like, what is wrong with you? And I look at them and I'm like, whatever you tell me, I've thought a billion times worse. So go ahead. You want to know what's wrong with you? And then they walk away, because if I see that much in me, good Lord knows what I will do with them. But you know what's cool about me? I'll just look at them. If they do ask, okay, what's wrong with me? I'll be like, absolutely nothing. Just like there's nothing wrong with me. this is what makes me unique. I love my flaws. My weaknesses are my strengths. Same with you. And, if you can't handle that, that's on you. I love everything bad, good, whatever about me. And if I don't like something, I can throw it away. Like, I can get rid of it. So, you can conquer whatever challenge you face. Take it from someone who hated themselves and now loves the fucking shit out of themselves and has boundaries. Yay, get me! You can do it too. Lots of love. Number 3. For anyone who watched all of these, oh my god, I love you so much for putting up with my shenanigans. Anybody who wants a personal reading, you can email me at magigoddesstarot@gmail.com. All readings are $70, but you can ask whatever you like. And if you just want like a general overall reading, I could tell you about your past, your present, your future. We could even look into your past lives. We can look at your career, your finance, your health, your current situation, the situation happening in like a few days, or why you have this issue. Whatever you like. Why not? Why 70? The number 7 is the number of divine. And I have found if you make them too cheap, you'll have weirdos who constantly get readings and then they'll ask you personal questions about yourself because they don't want a reading, they just want to get to know you better. And I really don't care if that offends anyone. My time and effort is precious, and I'm here to heal the world, not to make you feel like I'm interested in you. If I'm interested in you, you'll know, because I'm really weird and creepy. I won't leave you alone. I'm like stalkery. I'm a yandere. Okay, if I'm into it, I'm all about it, and you're in my head, rent-free, for a really long time. Until you give me a reason to be like, eh. Right now, the only person in my mind is Cloud from Final Fantasy. That's like my favorite character ever. Once I saw him, I fell in love with him for life, and that was it. He is someone who was taught to be a man or whatever you have to be in the military, and he did that to like prove himself, and he lost his memory and thought he was someone else, and then his brain broke. And he realized, oh my god, I'm not the person I thought I was. I created false memories, and just really interesting character with a lot of depth. Someone who was shy and afraid to show who they really were because they were like low-key ashamed of themselves. I can really relate to that character. I was taught women are supposed to be a certain way. I've always had like a lot of heavy masculine energy, but I was taught you're supposed to be girly. I used to love being barefoot and climbing trees, and I played every kind of sport, okay? And I do it in a dress. Like, I would wear a dress to play football, did not care. I play like soccer, basketball, whatever. Like, I always relate more to boys than girls. In fact, I find it really hard to relate to women because I'm just not really like that. But yet, a lot of people think I'm really like feminine. But no offense, like, most women I know, they got like zero chill. I got a lot of emotions, but I just kind of keep it to myself because not everybody needs all that stress. It stresses me out enough without dealing with all of whatever you react to. So, no offense to women, because I mean, I am one, just it's taken me a long time to figure out the whole femininity thing, which if you met me, you'd be like, I don't get it. But if you saw me work, you'd be like, I get it. I've worked harder. I have a very physical job, and I've always worked with like all men. So a lot of people wouldn't know that, but that's a secret about me. Yeah. I've always related more to men than women. Most women actually kind of hate me. It's very rare that I find females who like are genuinely nice and are real. most women I meet, they usually don't like me because a lot of guys like me, and it's just because I relate to guys more. It has nothing to do with like me being better or feeling a certain way or being more attractive, whatever. That's their insecurity, not mine. It's taken me a long time to be like that. Now there have been women that like I connect to, it's great, but honestly, usually like, and don't get me wrong, like I'm an equal team player, aka I like both men and women. It's just men usually like me more because um, women just can't really relate to me. I don't know why I said all that. Maybe number 3, you're kind of like that. Like maybe you're a certain sex and you don't know why you have more of a certain energy. That's just you. Like masculine energy, male energy, it's protective energy. And female energy, it's nurturing energy. I've gotten to where like I've balanced it really well and I'm so proud of myself. And if I can do it, anybody can do it. So I rambled again, but it's okay. It's that ADD fun stuff. So many blessings to all. If you enjoy this, amazing. If you didn't, don't come back. It's not my problem. Whatever. Go create your own channel and, do what I do. Be better than me. I mean, go for it. Shine. Shine. Shine, shine, shine. And if you do better than me, good. I want you to. Like, seriously. Like, show me up. I like that. Like, people need to be more like that. Do what I do, only a billion times better, I want to see that. So, yeah, go for it. Go for your goals. Do whatever you feel like doing. Do what makes you feel good. Lots of love, lots of healing. And if you ever need someone to talk to, I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. It's just, I'm always really busy and I'm always doing stuff. But I will never block you or not talk to you unless, you do something weird, like send me random naked pictures, which has happened to me before and was really awkward. So yeah, as long as, you're somewhat civil, I can do that too. Till next time.